Namaskar. Very warm welcome to all the viewers and learners in this live interaction of CIT NCERT. I am Renu Bhatt with you all and you are watching us live on PME Vidya channel, channel number 3. Now, apart from this channel, you are with us on our YouTube channels as well, that is NCERT Official and NCERT PME Vidya class number 3rd. Dear learner, as you can see, I am accompanied by our sign language interpreter. Let's meet her. You are Miss Anushka. Anushka, very warm welcome. And this session is for 3rd standard English student, and the topic that we are going to discuss today in this specific session is chapter 6, paper board part 2nd. And dear learners, we have already discussed this session in part 1st. If you want to watch that program or session, you have to explore our YouTube channel, and we all love making paper boards. And this is one of our best childhood memories. But what else we are going to discuss today in this specific session? We have joined by our expert to throw more light on this particular topic. So without wasting much of our time, quickly meet her. You are Miss Megha Uniyal. You are PRT from PM Shri KV NMR NCERT branch, New Delhi. Very warm welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
And before we proceed further, let me give some certain informations to all our viewers. In case bachcho you have any query and questions related to this particular topic, or you want to share your experience with us, you can feel free to reach out to us through our various mediums. We want you to call us on our telephone number, that is 8800 440 559. Either you can drop a mail as well. Our email address is dts.class3@cit.nic.in, and if you have joined us through our live streaming, then you have to go to the live chat box and then only you can drop your comment out there. Our expert will be more than happy to answer all your queries and doubts if you have any. So let's quickly start this session. And ma'am, as we can see, it's our part 2nd, right?
Yes.
So can we start with a brief recap?
Yes, for sure. We will start with a recapitulation part. As you have said also, it's very nostalgic when we talk about paper boat. In our childhood, we used to make paper boats whenever it used to rain. So in the previous session, we have talked about the story also. So we'll quickly see what we have seen. So let's move on to a slide first. As you can see on the visuals, you can see that there's paper boats in the stream, and there's a girl who is a very you can say a bit upset, and then there's a naughty boy. I guess you can see, ma'am, there's a boy, and I guess he's smiling.
We can see there are so many emotions, and we want our team to have that slide on screen. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so you can see it's about, the story is about a girl, and before going to the story, we'll see what we have learnt in the previous session. We talked about different sort of seasons.
Okay.
You can see on the screen also, there are predominantly 4 seasons in India. The first one being summer, the second one being monsoon, then comes autumn, and then lastly, ma'am, we'll have winter. So these are the 4 seasons that we have in India. So moving on with this, we talked about that in rainy season. You can see, ma'am, rainbow in the sky. I guess you must have seen rainbow.
Right, ma'am, right.
Yes.
And we all love rainbows.
Yes, absolutely. Ma'am, I guess there are 7 colors in a rainbow. Yes, there are 7 colors. And in the last session, I told you about this very fun trick, that how you can remember all the colors of the rainbow. And
because it's very difficult to remember all the colors in sequence, right?
Yes, absolutely. And for our young learners, it is very difficult to know what color will come after. So for a very fun trick, I have told you in the last session also, it is a magical word called Vibgyor. The spelling is Vibgyor. As you can see on this screen also, this is the Vibgyor. You can see on the top there's V stands for violet, then indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. So these are the colors that are in your rainbow. So that's how you can learn and you can remember what are the sequence and what is the sequence of the colors in the rainbow. Moving on, we will move to our chapter. Last time we have thoroughly studied about this, but I will give you a brief. In this story, what happens is, there's a girl called Meena. Meena comes near a stream and she is very happy. Why is that so? Because she is making paper boats. Okay, she is very happy and very delighted that she will get to play with her paper boats. Now, in the next setting, we can see, ma'am, there's someone else. Who is this?
So
I guess it's a boy.
Yeah, there's a boy.
What are his expressions, ma'am? Could you tell me?
I guess he is very naughty.
Yes, absolutely. You have guessed it very right. He is very naughty. And how we can get also that he is naughty, what he is doing is he is overturning Meena's boat into the water. He is pushing the boats into the water, and that makes Meena very angry.
So ma'am, but why he was doing that?
We will get to know, ma'am.
Okay.
We will get to know about this. So, Meena was very angry. Obviously, she was putting so much of effort into making paper boats, and if the boy is ruining her fun, obviously she confronted the boy. Then the boy was like, it is fun for me. I am enjoying that I am putting your boat into the water. But then Meena was like, I am putting my effort into it and you shouldn't be doing this. Then the boy think for a minute. And then he replied that, okay, I will stop overturning your boat, but what you have to do is you have to help me and let me play with you. So, Meena was a kind girl. She was like, all right, I will help you and I will give you some papers to make paper boat. But what happened next was the boy said that he is unable to make paper boats. Ma'am, do you know how to make paper boat?
Yes, ma'am.
You know?
Yes, ma'am.
So, we used to make paper boats in our childhood also. So, in this story, the boy is unable to make paper boats. He is very small and he don't know. He is unaware. So, Meena was like, I will help you. Meena helped the boy and she gave him the colorful papers that she have, and the boy firstly looked at Meena very carefully that how she's folding the paper, how she's refolding the paper and turning the simple rectangular paper into a paper boat. So he was very impressed, and then he also learned to how to make a paper boat, and then at the end they both happily put the boats in the stream and they enjoyed it. As you can see in the last slide also, they are very happy. In the beginning, ma'am, I guess the boy was having very notorious expression.
Right.
But now it has changed, I guess. They both are very happy. Okay. So this was the brief of the previous session that we have discussed. Now, ma'am, we will move to our question answer session that are given in the books itself.
So our learners going to learn about some questions and other activities?
Yes. See, you have learned this chapter previously also. Now also I have told you the summary of the chapter. So now I will ask the viewers certain question. They can drop their answer in the chat box. Meanwhile, I will ask you, ma'am, the questions.
Okay.
See, the very first question is, what was Meena playing with?
Oh, she was playing with paper boats?
Yes, absolutely. As we have seen in the first slide also, that Meena was playing with paper boats near the stream. Okay, this was the correct answer by ma'am. Now we'll move to the next question. Meena was angry. Why? Why was Meena angry, ma'am?
Because of that boy. He was very naughty and irritating.
Yes, absolutely. Meena's expression suddenly changed when that boy appeared. It was so because the boy was drowning Meena's boat into the water. So, this made Meena very unhappy. Moving on to the next question, we have, how did Meena help the boy? Ma'am, could you tell me? I guess she taught him something.
Yeah.
What she taught him?
Paper boat.
Yes, absolutely. She told the boy how to fold and refold the paper to make the paper into a paper boat. So, these were the questions that you must be knowing if you have learned the chapter correctly. Now, ma'am, there are multiple things that we can make with paper. In this chapter, Meena made paper boat, right? There are several other things that I have prepared with paper.
Okay.
You have to look at them and guess what are they.
Okay, fine.
The first one is here. As you can see,
it's the fish.
Yes, absolutely, it is a fish. And we see fish in water or what?
Water?
Yes, absolutely, water. Now you can see, ma'am, the next picture here. What is
this? It's a dog?
Yes, absolutely, you have guessed it right. It is a dog. And what is the special sense in dog? Do you know anything? That dogs are very special power that they have.
The smelling power?
Yes, absolutely. You have guessed it very correctly. It's the smelling power of the dogs. Next we have, it's a very simple thing. I guess you can see.
It's a plane.
Yes, it's an aeroplane, very correctly. You have guessed. Okay, moving on. Next.
It's a rat.
Yes, you have guessed it right. It is a rat. These all animals that I'm showing you are made of paper. So you can also do origami at your home. In the last session, we told you how to make paper boats. You can also make these things. Next thing, ma'am, here.
Cat.
Yes, absolutely. You have guessed it right also. Next, moving on. This is I will tell you, this is a fox. Yes, absolutely. This is a fox. So these all animals, as you can see, all these animals on your screen are made of paper.
So our young learners can make them all.
Yes, it's very easy. You just have to take a square piece of paper and you can make all this. Last time we showed you how to make a paper boat. It's here also on the screen. You can see. Paper boat, you can make variation in paper boat. It's not about just taking a plain paper. It can be a used paper. You can also add certain variation, like I have put a flag on here and I have used a lined paper. It was a used paper and I have used it. You can use newspaper also, all the viewers. Okay, now this one is done. Next, ma'am, I will give you some statements. Okay. Now, I will provide you these tick cards. One stands for true and the other stands for false. Okay. So, I will give you statements and through that statement, you have to guess according to the chapter whether the statement is correct or not. And you have to show me which one is correct and which one is false. Okay. The first statement that we have is, the boy thought it was fun to overturn paper boats.
Yeah, I guess it's true.
Yes, absolutely. As we have seen in the first slides also, that boy was having so much fun while overturning Meena's boat, and he was doing this because he was not having anyone to play with, and later on he asked Meena to help him and to play with him. Okay, next one. We can see Meena is running, I guess, and the statement is, Meena ran home to complain about the boy. Is this statement correct or incorrect?
It's false.
Yes, absolutely, it is false. Meena didn't go to home. She confronted the boy herself that he shouldn't be doing this because she is putting way too much efforts into making all those paper boats, and the boy is overturning the paper boat, which is not a good thing. Okay, next statement we can see a boy and he is very sad. The statement is, the boy did not know how to make paper boats. Is this statement correct or incorrect?
It's true.
Yes, absolutely. The boy was unable to make paper boats. He didn't know how to fold the paper to make it into a paper boat, and therefore he asked Meena to help him. And later on, Meena was kind enough that she helped the little boy also. Next statement and the last statement for true or false is that Meena had only white paper. Is this statement true or false?
It's completely false because Meena was having a lot of colored paper as well.
Absolutely. Ma'am, it means that ma'am have learned the chapter very nicely. She know very minute details also, that Meena was having colorful papers with her, and the paper she shared with the boy, and he made the boat by himself after getting taught by Meena. So these were the statements that were given to you, and the viewer must have guessed the answers correctly also. Now, ma'am, I will give you certain sentences. Okay. Now you have to figure out whether the sentences are all right or there's something odd in it. Okay. So I will begin with my sentence. Renu ma'am was sitting. Renu ma'am was having a session. Renu ma'am was smiling. Renu ma'am was answering the question very nicely. Renu ma'am was giving the answer correctly. So, are the statements all right according to you or not?
Ma'am, the statements are all right, they are correct, but I guess there is one issue, or we can say one problem. There is my name that is repeating again and again.
Absolutely, you have guessed it very correctly that Renu ma'am's name is being very repetitive. After every sentence, there is Renu ma'am this, Renu ma'am that. So, the sentences are being repeated, but Renu ma'am name is very constant in here. So, what we can do is that we can change this. Renu ma'am name is a noun. It's a naming word. We can change that noun with pronoun. So the next activity that we have is according to this only. First example, we'll see in the first sentence we are seeing Meena walked towards the stream near the bamboo bridge. Now, we are talking about Meena. Meena is a girl, ma'am?
Yes.
Yes. Now, in next sentence, what we see, instead of repeating Meena's name, we replaced Meena with she. She bent a little and launched a paper boat. So, now we are not repeating Meena's name, but we have replaced it with she. Okay. We have replaced a noun with a pronoun. Next example also we will see, the boy jumped into the stream and pulled the boat out. Now, in the next sentence, instead of saying the boy, we used he. He gave it to Meena. Okay. So, here also we have replaced the boy and we have used he.
Right.
Right. So, ma'am, can we say that she is for a female and he is for a male?
Ma'am, that is what I was about to ask you, because Meena is female, that's why we used she.
Yes, absolutely.
And the boy is because he is a male,
yes,
that's why we used he. Okay.
That's right. Yes. So, the next activity of your book is also something like this. See, the first sentence is here. We have to use he or she. We have to guess according to the name whether it's a boy or a girl, and then we have to use an appropriate pronoun. Okay, ma'am, you have got it? See, the first sentence, Rani likes playing outside. Okay, then in the next sentence, there's a blank. Dash likes flying kites. So, what should we use? Either he or she?
She.
Yes, absolutely, because in the first sentence, we have seen that Rani is a girl. Okay, so for girl, we have just mentioned that for female, you are supposed to use she. So, ma'am have said the correct answer, she likes flying kites. That was a correct answer. Moving on to the next part, we will see, Sahil has a top. Top, agar aapko pata ho, it's a lattu. Okay, Sahil has a top and then there's a blank. So, what will be the answer, ma'am, here? Either he or she?
He.
He, yes, absolutely he, because we know Sahil, we can guess by the name, it is a boy. Yes, so we used he. He plays with it every day. Moving on to the next one, the sentence says, Durga is 5 years old. Now, there's again a dash, and I guess, ma'am, Durga here refers to a girl. So, yes, there will be she. Yes. So, yes, the answer is correct. She is going to school. Yes. Now, the very last one, Ranjit goes to school regularly. Okay. Now, ma'am, Ranjit is a boy name or a girl's name?
It's a boy's name.
Yes, it's a boy name. And then in the next fill in the blanks, we have to fill either he or she. And as we know that he is for a boy, so we will use he. He likes reading stories. So, in this, we have learned the concept of noun and pronoun, that how we don't have to use noun over and over again. We can replace it with pronouns also, as you can see on this screen, how we have changed the naming words into pronouns. Okay. Today, we talked about only two pronouns, one for male, that is he, and the other one is for female, that is
he and she.
She, yes, he and she. That is correct. Now, ma'am.
So, ma'am, sorry, I'm interrupting you, but let me tell you that we have 5 more minutes left for this session.
It's almost done. Yes. So, ma'am, please look at this picture. Okay, that is shown on the screen. Look at where the bat is, where the bag is. Okay. Now we will move to our textbook. Here is our textbook, and the same picture is given in your textbook. Okay, ma'am. Now here we are talking about preposition. Preposition means showing the position of an object or showing relation between two objects. Okay, ma'am. So the first one is the relation is between a bat and a bed. So, ma'am, can you see where's the bat?
Over the bed?
Yes, it is on the bed. Okay.
On the bed?
Yes, there are two options. It is either on or under. So, what you will use, ma'am?
On the bed?
Yes, absolutely correct. The bat is on the bed. It is on top of the bed. So, here we will use on. Okay, the correct answer will be on. Next one is a bag and a chair. We have to see in the picture where is the bag and where is the chair.
Okay.
So, I can see that there's a bag and the bag is, I guess, on the chair. Okay, it is clear in the picture, and in the options also, the options are in and on. The bag can't be inside the chair.
No.
So, absolutely that answer is crossed out. The one answer we are left with on. Okay, so we will fill on here. Moving on, there is ball and a box. So we have to see where is the ball and where is the box. I can see it here. The ball is here and the ball is, I guess, inside the box, ma'am.
Right.
Yes. So here we are given in. In means inside only. Here. In means inside. So the ball is in the box. Okay. Now moving on, the second last one is the car and the table. Now I can see a toy car under the table, and here we have under in the option also. So we will write the car is under the table. Next one is, and the last one for this is the book and the shelf. And I can see that there is a bookshelf, and inside that bookshelf there are certain books. Yes, so the books are either in or on. Which one will be correct, ma'am?
In.
Yes, absolutely, it is in. The books are in the shelf. So these were the activities and these were the questions that were given in your books, and by this we have come to an end of this chapter and we have completed this chapter, and I hope that our viewer must have enjoyed this.
Definitely they have enjoyed, and this session is beneficial for all of them. Ma'am, because we are still left with 2 more minutes, I would like to ask you about the message or any other thing that you want to add at the end of the session, like our learners learn a lot about grammar as well, right?
Yes.
It's pronoun and preposition. Anything any other activities they can do it at their home?
For the homework also, if you will see in your textbook only, let's see in your textbook, on the page number 64, as you can see, here are certain words given in the box, and what the student have to do as a homework, they have to take any word and they have to form sentences from that. Look at the picture, there are swings, there's a dog, there are kids playing around. So what the kids have to do, they have to choose any one word from the box above and they have to make a sentence. Okay. So for the very first sentence, I will make the children are playing in the garden. So I will make this sentence, the children are playing in the garden or in the park. Okay, so that's how the kids are also supposed to make different sentences, and with that also on the very next page there is this crossword puzzle. So it's a very easy crossword puzzle. Most of the hints are given in the picture only, so the kids can do these 2 activities as their home assignment.
And definitely you will enjoy all the activities, dear learner, and do let us know about your feedback as well. It's time for me to wrap up this session as we are running very short of time, but before that let me thank our expert. Thank you so very much, Megha ma'am, for being with us. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for this wonderful story as well. Thank you, Anushka. And dear learner, let me share a very important piece of information with you all. In case you want to order 4th or 7th grade NCERT new textbooks, you can order it from Amazon, Flipkart and NCERT's website. So let me share some other sessions detail as well. In a short while, we will be back with another live interaction for 4th standard Urdu student. The title would be Mera Pyara Watan. At 3:30 p.m. we will be having our another live interaction for Hindi 4th standard students. The topic would be neem. Followed by 4 p.m. session, that is online training program. Topic would be license उभरती तकनीकें और OER. 5 बजे हम बात करेंगे सहयोग सत्र में mental health conversation matter among teens. So be with us throughout the day, and with all these sessions, me Renu Bhatt is taking your leave, but you stay tuned to PME with your channels for more informative programs. Namaskar.